Hello there everyone, this is Mark 3 and welcome back to a nice, gentle, relaxing cruise where nothing goes wrong forever and ever, amen. In Pacific Drive, as we're doing the rare step, comparatively. You know, I could have done with you earlier. Might as well use you now, just patch everything up. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen one of these. This, by the way, is a repair tree. Well, I'll call it that. It's a beating heart. But it can repair everything nearby. Because it's only like in very close proximity. So it's got to be really darn close. But it can get a lot of stuff sorted out, as you can see. I think this is like only like the second or maybe third zone I've seen these guys in. It's very nice to see them. Anyway, yes, welcome back to Pacific Drive. Ignore the fact we're parking near a green magic tree for a few moments there. Might as well take advantage while we've got it. Because it's so rare to get an outright helpful anomaly that, especially... Oops. Getting back on the road. That is the... that's the gateway where I came in. Okay, I need to turn this way. Yeah, an outright helpful anomaly, use it while you can, because you don't see them very often. So, yes, here we are. This episode is probably going to be largely at night time, though actually it's 2:30 in the morning. Oh, there's another tree there. Ah! Oops. Hello. The chance for armoured parts. Do you have armoured parts? Do you have armoured parts? Do you have armoured parts? Yes, you have armoured parts. You've got a panel and a door. Most excellent, and while I'm at it, I'll grab this box I just randomly spotted in the background. Yoink. Mine. Loot Goblin powers activate. Well, actually, no, I do need these parts. Anyway, this is a direct continuation from last time, as I was started to say before I got thoroughly distracted. It's a direct continuation, so... Anything else? No, just these two. So we're continuing our push towards Tobias's marker to find out what's going on, and we're going to hopefully meet up with like well, actually no, we're not going to meet up with them, but Tobias and Francis are trying to help us, but they have very quickly admitted they don't really know quite what's going on, so more power to them. That's what I want to stash back. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I have many new parts ready to join the fold. Oh, yes. In fact, I wish I had a roof storage, but unfortunately I didn't have the unstable engine to store it. So, yeah. Continuing on. We are currently in the perpetual zone, which we reached several times before in our previous trips to try and get to the breach in the wall. But we don't want to stick here for long because, you know, there's no benefit to doing so. We just need to follow the road. I was tempted to try and go back and do that jump, but no. Let's play it safe. My car has been banged up a fair bit in the last zone by jumping. Now the tourists are trying to make things fun for me. Oops. But yeah, that's just the general plan. Just like push forwards and go. I don't know what I was thinking last episode, trying to squeeze this entire trip into the last like 10-15 minutes of the video. It's like, you know, a massive trip like this is a big undertaking. There's more content, more things happening than you can pass by in just a few sentences of, oh, we did the thing, zoom! Guess what, we're over here now. No. The trips in this game are not that inconsequential, usually. The short trips maybe, but the long trips, no, not so much. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. The other hazard here is hot sands are especially damaging. So another reason to just try and go fast and get through them without stopping. Really. And I just hope there's a beating heart near the exit. With that said, I also hope Oppie breaks radio silence soon, but it sounds like she's got a lot to try and work out, and she's not quite the person she used to be. Which I think actually applies to me. I know I'm not the person I used to be. Real life, especially if things go bad, has a habit of wearing people down. It's like, if it's just like in one or two events, yeah, that can change people, but they can adapt, they can keep going. Maybe if there's a change, they can keep... Maybe there's a change, they can maybe adapt to it more or less. But something ongoing just grinds you down, and it sounds like Oppie's been dealing with that kind of excrement. I was going to say the S word, but you know, I do tend to not really swear that much. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, let's fuel up and check out this fuel stop, because we do have a bunch more junctions yet to go. And yeah, turn off lights, opening front right door. Definitely, that's one of the things going on. There's not much in you at all, is there? Actually, never mind. You're fine. My goodness, what a helpful dumpster. Though, I'm not sure I appreciate the charged dumpster pearl. Must say that. Yep, that's what I was afraid would happen. Ugh. As soon as I touched it, it went zappy zap. Still though, lots of glass, some rubber, some sap. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Dumpster. That was actually quite a worthwhile amount of stuff. And yeah, I am starting to reshuffle things back out into the ones that have already got car parts in them, just to try and stack things back at as far as I can, because already my loot goblin sensor telling me that I don't have enough inventory space. Beware the power of a loot goblin. Okay, we do have a choice for this one. We can hit an extra junction with high voltage things, violent voltage. That means that electric attacks get past our armor with ease, so we'll get hurt anytime our car gets struck. Not the best, but there's a direct line here which will just take us straight to junction D2. Extreme conditions. Only a little bit of limb, but we do need to be quick with this one. Angry abductors. Very active. Big patrols. Watch out for them. Eerie darkness, so another perpetual night zone. And swift storm. This area will destabilize quickly, and the storm will come fast. So, grab the limb NG if it's on our route, I think, but otherwise just get through like a bat out of hell. That's probably going to be the plate for D2, heading towards our target of D1. Though that's a D2 is quite likely to fill up our available limb space with unstable energy. I don't know why it says remote there. Maybe that's something to do with the 6-hour thing? I don't know. Then, no, actually that's it though. No, remote seems to just be something out of the way, really. So a route that's not well travelled. Okay, right, anyway, D2, that's our destination. I think I'll have to do another battery jump as soon as I get in there. My battery is not looking too good. Ooh. This is already slightly different. Though I forgot to mention that I didn't check for swamp coral and eggs. And the swift storm means we do have to be a bit wary of stopping to actually get stuff, because that might not be the best idea. Put that away. You are good. Okay, what's our map look like? There is a radio thing somewhat nearby. Actually, no, that's off our route completely. Well, it's not going to improve with us sitting here looking, so, you know, might as well get moving. And I guess just grab things that happen to be nearby, but apart from that, not much else to say about it. There's no duct already up there. Oops. Tourists. And yeah. Good so far. Good so far. Oops, daisy. And hot sand, straight into it. Dang it, that's not what I need. I tried to jump it, didn't quite. Needs a sealing kit for the flat. I do not need a flat. I don't have a sealing kit, actually. Oh, and there's a thing right next to us. Oh joy. Gotta tell you though, I have to watch for those. The last thing we need is stoppages. Absolutely the last thing we need is stoppages. Okay, you know what? I was going to go for the recording, but with that coming in, I am no longer doing that. I am now leaving. Because the storm is already on its way. And yeah, my radio got triggered by something. There have been some anomaly things rolling around. I think one got a bit too close. Actually, I might have been able to get that, but didn't want to risk it. There will be other times, there will be other chances to get the recordings. So I'll leave it at that. Whoa! That was way too close. Yeah, those things are outright dangerous, and I think my engine capacity is... Yeah, my engine capacity is full. Okay, right. Oh! Yeah, go away. Go away. I do not have time to play with you, especially since my car is now somewhat damaged. Thank you for the speed boost though, I guess. That acid splash though did a ton of damage to me and the car, so yeah, those barnacles are... Watch the heck out for those things. They are not worth tangling with. In fact, I'm so bad at... I'm not going to bother with you either. Yeah, I could have gone and grabbed that. I've made my decision though, I'm not going to go back. But I am going to pop a healing kit. If I see a chance, of course I'm going to take it. Another chance for 3 parts from 1 detonator. There we go. Just have to find places to put them all now, I suppose. I'm coming back laden with armor parts. This is another door though, so I need to put it in here, I guess. So just reshuffle some stuff. Oops. There we go. And of course I do have another panel, which is going to go in there. Donk! There we go. Just jam some more stuff into there. There we go. Now the problem is, that leaves me with one more panel and some spare parts in my inventory, so... Oh no, I have too much stuff. What a shame. Now, I came down here though because I think there is a charging station just over there. So that's why I'm off-road in this area. And yeah, I stopped because there's another armor panel that I didn't even realise was there. Yay, another door. Which I can't bring with me. Boom. Oh no, no, I can. Okay. My inventory's really useful though. Alas, the minimap lied to me. There was an electric bolt symbol there, but I have no idea what it was. Because there's just some big concrete building, you know? And that was it. Oh, daisy. This is going very well. Oops. Come on. Now I just have to get back on the road. Easy, right? Not so much. Not so much. Where's the third person camera when you need it? Okay, okay, okay. Crash barrier. And tourists no doubt laughing at my plight. Come on. Oh. Well, that's not helpful, is it? I don't know what you're smiling about. Oops, nearly. Aha! Aha! There we go. Yes, made it. I am back on the road. And unlike faffing around, the thing has actually managed to... Ooh, shiny. The thing is actually catching up a little bit. Crew panel, don't care about the crew panel. Just throw that away. Actually, I should try and pack down what I can. Because the dumpster pills are usually worth picking up. Yeah, go away. My gosh, look at that battery indicator. I am low on power. It's a very good thing I'm getting out of here. That said, oh jeez, I do not want to be here. No, 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 no. That is a massive barnacle. Yeah, that said, of course, no swamp coral, no marsh eggs in this zone that I saw, but of course my focus was on the storm. Though that said, my battery is now completely discharged. The next zone, though, is perpetual stability. Shame we can't collect any of all this unstable energy that's here. That would be nice. Ah, light. Let's actually...
Ready, driver? Okay, first off, I've loaded up 3 locations on your ARC device map. You see them? Head to whichever strikes your fancy.
You're sending them to the visions?
Sure am. We're gonna use this.
My optical vassalizer. We shouldn't use that.
Why not?
I mean, it's been decades. No way that thing is in any sort of working shape.
I've been fixing her up in secret, and I'm sorry. Don't be mad. It's gonna be a surprise for your birthday.
Oh.
I've gone ahead and made an itty-bitty modification to your headset, driver. I've hooked up the basilizer here to modulate your scan function. Think of it like an extra layer of mayonnaise on your technology sandwich.
What are you using the vassalizer for?
No spoilers. We have to tell the story from the beginning. Driver, get ready to feast your eyes on the visions.
Oh no, this is going to end poorly, isn't it? Rear left is playing up when I flat.
So we told you about the mass hallucination. Hundreds of people, 30 seconds of crazy, yada yada. But there was one instance where that event and the remnants intersected. The story of Laura Cesari. Laura worked at ARDA as an executive secretary. She put in her hours, but she spent her evenings with a real passion. Painting. When the hallucination event swept through, Laura was overtaken like everyone else. But for her, the visions didn't stop. She tried painting them, but grew frustrated at her inability to recreate what she saw. Now at first, ARDA wrote her off as one of the many whose brains got scrambled by what they saw. Until Laura stumbled across a rusty can of paint in the woods. It was a remnant. Once she started using this paint, the visions in her paintings began to come true. She painted feverishly for over a year, chasing the visions the entire time. Until the day the paint ran empty.
And then she disappeared. Like all remnant holders do.
Now that we know the remnants and the mass hallucination are related, maybe Laura's visions can help us out.
You know, logic tracks there. I follow it. That is also all I've got as far as repair putty is concerned. I'm breaking that down because it was fragile and broken, so no more use. Well, it was used, but it freed up some vital inventory space and it would have been scrapped at the end of this anyway, so, you know. Might as well scrap it now, eh? But yeah, we just don't have any chemicals for more repair paste, so that's all the repairs we're going to get. On the plus side, look at this. We actually have some more inventory space. There we go. Right. Oh yeah, battery jumper. Our battery is completely gone. We need power. We've got one jumper left. I've actually burned through a lot of power in this trip. Some kind of passive power generation capability.
This is where your theory comes in, Francis.
Would be good.
You tell him. Oh, look at me babbling away. Francis, you explain it. It's so good.
No, it's just... I'd rather not.
Hey, come on, we talked about this. You should be proud of your work. Toot your own horn.
Not this time.
Okay, well, Francis's theory, his entire branch of research was that the zone exhibits a property seen nowhere else on Earth. Every phenomenon that occurs here leaves its fingerprint forever on the physical space. So he created this device to pick up on these sub-physical after effects. How did you explain it? It was like identifying a whale's favorite color using only the wake it leaves behind. The rest was science mumbo-jumbo.
It's a form of electromagnetic imprint. Anyway, it was a long time ago.
And what a better time than now to try it again.
kind of sad that they cut off in the middle there. So that's marked with a gecko kind of thing. Makes sense. I think this zone is perpetually stable, so I can take my sweet time here and do what needs to be done. Which of course means gathering this rarer resources that are around the place. Ah, look at all this lovely, lovely marsh eggs. The question is, what else is going on? Though, I must say, I am very happy to have Francis and Tobias talking with me again. Because they have been, ever since Obby first cut them off, they have been quite silent. So more voices, more lore, more stories going on is quite welcome. And I seem to be being irradiated somewhat, but that's okay. I'm not carrying any of the marsh eggs, am I? I don't think I am. No, but there is a... Yeah, I'll just put the pearl in there. That actually makes a lot more sense than what I was going to do. Okay. Keep on moving. Well, that said, there is apparently a fault in the fuel tank, actually, which is somewhat concerning. Leaking. Oh. It's ruptured. Ruptured and perforated. This tank just can't do its job. You can refill it as much as you like, but it's going to keep leaking until it's repaired or replaced. Fixed with a sealing kit. No. This one. Yes. After all, I can't have my precious fuel draining away now, can I? Because I can't really get much more of that around this place. Oh, you're an unknown. Okay. A cough box. It's difficult, you know? I mean, what do you tell a guy's mum? Do you say, sorry, Miss Wakey, it's just a glob of goo now? Do you say, it wasn't entirely meaningless death, the zone just probably got some data from it? Do you say, I saw him dissolve right in front of my eyes? Well, a lot of his clothing is still okay. What the heck was that? Here is superhero shorts? He just ran straight into the thing. It was so pointless. I feel bad for... They're asking why it won't be for an open casket. Why it won't be an open casket? For Christ's sake, you can't pour him... You can pour him in a jar. You might as well pump him into a coffin. Sad? No, I saw way worse in the war, and they happen to be people I cared about a lot more. This guy's a jerk. So you want to see that new Poison movie? That guy's slick. Okay, but why was... Oh. You... Hi? No. Yeah. No. No, I'm not going to die here. No. Stay away. I was tempted to get fuel out of the car. I'm not now because I'm nearly dead. So, yeah, stay the heck away. And it's disappeared. I swear, if this is another quirk... I think I've got a new quirk. I don't know how much to define it. Basically, the front door's no longer shutting. And I don't know why. Ignore the state of my rear doors, by the way. I actually went and I found a new vehicle which I scrapped down. So I've got some extra. I've replaced my insulated doors with some armored doors. Maybe I'll grab that one on the way back out. But for some reason during all this, as you can see, my left front door is no longer closing. And I don't know why. Ah, some crystals. Sorry, swap coal. Excellent to see. I could really do with... I don't know why that... Oops, daisy. Of all the random quirks to get, without an obvious cause. Anyway, right, the visions. Let's see, what's this one? Because it's out of the way, it's hardest to get to, so I came to it first. And now you magically close. Okay.
The Great Pile Up. You know, if you catch the mural at the right angle, when the moon is right overhead, you can spot the helmsman's body in one of the boats.
No chance. It's a paint smudge. Nothing more.
Believe me, it's true. I've seen it.
Okay. A man who tried...
Is it just me, or did this mural look different before?
Yep.
Probably the instability messing with the paint over time. It's been decades after all.
Something's definitely off. Hey, where's our old notes from when we took a field trip out that way? Driver, why don't you go ahead to the next one while we investigate this?
I can see things shifting as well. Okay, so... the Great Pile-Up. Someone trying to escape, and every time they did, they reappeared in another boat.
No, I'm telling you, the helmsman never made it out of the zone. He died here.
Not this again. I still don't know why you're so convinced he existed in the first place.
Driver, back me up here. This is how the story goes. It was the winter of '72. A ship set sail down the Columbia River 100 miles east of here. The helmsman was overcome by bad weather, and while in a particularly foggy patch, the boat hit something, and the impact threw him from the deck. When he woke up, he was on a boat on this very lake, smack in the middle of the zone, with no idea how he got there. He had with him a ridiculous amount of cash and paid anyone and everyone to get him out of the zone. But no matter how he tried to leave, on foot, in a transport, he would always head into a fog and reemerge on another boat. At last count, the Great Pile-Up was 20 boats high and 30 boats wide.
A limb duplication glitch, nothing more.
You, of all people, blaming limb tech instead of a good old-fashioned mystery?
It doesn't add up. Artist's favorite pastime was carting people out of the zone. How could someone actually fail to escape? And a mysterious man with a backpack full of cash, in the one place he can't spend it. Seems awfully fishy to me.
That's a fair point, that, actually. I think that's all we'll call over here. Oh no, there's still a bit more over here. Okay. I need to grab this stuff when I can find it, really. I think I'm done. And there's one left. Oh. I think neon reefs are kind of their own little mini game. The only thing you can use for it is patience. Can't quite get that one. Don't know where it goes. So I'll let that one escape me. Anyway. Yeah, my tools are all breaking. I've packed even more stuff into my car. I am struggling for space again. As you can see, I've got a repair putty on me. I slapped one together to patch things up after I discovered that those healing hearts, they actually have a limit, just like a healing station does as well. So, you know, I needed the extra healing power from the putty. It's got one use left on it now, though. Put that there. So, here we go. Number two. Bigfoot.
Ah, the Bigfoot mural. My personal favorite.
Okay.
Oh, did you see that, Francis? Oh boy, Francis, look. Look here, it's different from our sketch when we visited in '82.
It's all scrambled, but the shape seems familiar. If you tilt your head, doesn't that kind of look like Mount Olympus?
Oh, Francis, you flippin' genius! It absolutely is.
So Bigfoot.
Wait, let's look
what?
back at the first one. What's different there?
That shape right there, is that Hook Valley?
Holy smokes! Oh, wait, pull up all the topographical maps of the peninsula. If we look around the areas where you'd get that view of Mount Olympus. See, Francis? I told you your basilizer would work.
I don't think this is the basilizer's doing.
Driver, we're on to something. Get to that third vision.
Bigfoot is real, confirmed. Because these paintings are truth, therefore Bigfoot is real.
Driver, if you come across a mushroom like the one in the mural, do not eat it. No matter how tasty it might look.
You're speaking from personal experience. And let me tell you, it wasn't pretty.
Oh, just thinking about it makes me want to puke all over again. You've probably passed the biogenerators by now. They're our source of power in the mid-zone, and one of the best demonstrations of renewable limb tech. Yes, these battery farms keep our lights on, but more importantly, they're also the only place in the entire zone where anomalized mushrooms grow.
And guess who turned out to be the world's biggest fan of those mushrooms? Bigfoot itself! And the vision foretold its arrival in the zone.
It started when those pods hanging from the battery farms were found chewed up. At first, they blamed it on the local wildlife. This was back when we used to have some. Then, the sightings of 10-foot-tall creatures started. That didn't attract much attention on their own.
Not until the first footprints were found. The Olympic Peninsula has always had a collection of Bigfoot sightings, but they were rare until Bigfoot had its first taste of the anomalized mushrooms. Then they couldn't stay away. And that's when the Squatches came knocking. They jumped the walls, set up camp, and they got to investigating. Once they learned of the Sasquatch's appetite for these mushrooms, they cultivated entire farms of the stuff.
For months, they propagated mushrooms and set traps. And for months, evidence mounted that Sasquatch was making its rounds and evading those traps. Until one night, the experts disappeared.
Bigfoot got them, no question.
Come on, all 8 at once? How is that possible?
Never get in the way of a hungry Sasquatch. So about that last vision. I can't. Yeah, I can't even look at it. Francis, you explain it.
And maybe you've already seen them, driver. A freestanding bright blue door in its frame, out in the wilderness with nothing around it. If you do see one, don't get anywhere close to it.
I don't want to talk about it.
He was pretty close to a doorway when it opened. It's called the inverting doorway. When the door is shut, it's safe. But once in a while, it opens, and everything near it is turned inside out.
Its victims are mostly bears, squirrels, and birds. They all go through hell. Meat and bones on the outside, fur and feathers on the inside. It's not fun to see. Once, a group of hikers didn't heed the warning, and
No, we're done here, driver. If you see one, you stay away from it. That's all you need to know. Let's go.
Okay, so if I see a blue door, stay the hell away. Duly noted. Also, Oppie saying... I don't know why that turned on. Don't say it's another anomaly, please. Probably is. Anyway, also, sounds like... Yeah, Bigfoot's real, but Oppie's saying ignore it. doesn't seem to fit quite right. Well, I'm going to go over here because I think marsh eggs, you know. Of course I'm going to get rare resources when I can. But I'm recording in quiet times, that's why I probably sound quieter than I did earlier in this video. So I am looking to kind of try and wrap this thing up, but it'll wrap up when it does. Probably when we get back to the garage, which shouldn't be too much longer. So let's keep on rolling. I think it's Vision and then Gateway Road, because this area, of course, has perpetual stability. It's the only reason I've been able to try and gather materials as I have been, like gathering the coral while I had the chance, you know? Oh, there's a barnacle there. Ignore that. It's not ignoring me though. Oh, dear. Every place seems to have a coral reef near it. Not my favourite minigame, that. I must admit. But I need the material, so off we go. Maybe it's better if I had a thermal vac, which is what it recommends, rather than the hand vac, but I don't know. The doorway they talked about.
Doorway.
Ugh. I don't like this one.
Okay.
Oh, bingo!
See that pattern in the last mural? That flower only grows above a certain elevation. Put the 3 locations together and you've got a square mile in the northeast corner of the deep zone. Huh. The visions were pointing towards something the entire time.
Hey, Oppie, you can stop pretending to ignore us now. Take a look at this fine work. We've pinned down the location for the source of the mass hallucination. That's where the driver needs to go.
Well, what do you know?
Well, I knew the basilizer worked. What did I tell you, huh?
He still doesn't know, Francis.
Know what? Oppie?
Not my story to share.
Basilizer? Does the basilizer not actually do anything? So Oppie was listening the whole time.
My theory. And that basilizer, they're illegitimate.
What?
Wait, what are you saying?
I built that device to prove my imprint theory, and it was on the verge of getting the results I needed. But my research funding was running out. So I forged the data. Not much, just enough to justify more time. I was so close. I knew the breakthrough was right around the corner. But Arda found out. That's why I was reassigned and my clearance revoked.
Wait, you told me you changed labs voluntarily.
Oh,
8
dear.
years of research with nothing to show for it, and then for that to happen, I couldn't face you.
That doesn't mean your theory is wrong. I still think there's something to it. There's a common thread with some of the remnant stories, like the telephone switchboard, the ones that seem to recall the past somehow. Maybe the remnants accessed those imprints, read them like a needle in the groove of a record.
Don't. You don't have to do that. It's in the past. I don't care about it anymore.
Oh, Francis.
But listen, I've got this suspicion, right?
If we can just get the car to the mass hallucination source, what do we find that can prove your theory? It's worth a try, isn't it?
I'm tired of trying, Tobias. I've tried all my life, and it didn't go so well.
Look, I don't have one of those fancy degrees that you and Oppie have. The closest I ever got to science was wiping down your lab benches. But I saw the incredible things that you did with your research.
Yeah, well, Arda didn't think they were incredible.
I don't care about Arda. I believe in you. Always have.
I'm sorry. I can't. I can't do this with her. Oppie led the disciplinary committee that stripped my clearance and demoted me to a glorified intern. She sat there and decided how best to humiliate me. I never asked for anything. This one time I do, so I would never have to talk to Oppie again. You didn't listen. Your remnant was more important than what I wanted.
Francis, I didn't mean...
I've had enough.
That's... He'll come around. Sorry, driver. We'll see you back at the auto shop.
Oh my. That's a rather unfortunate turn of events, isn't it? Okay, so from here, should be good. I should be able to get a straight run to that one. Road all the way. Shouldn't be an issue. But still, Francis was under a lot of pressure, and he handled it... well, he could have handled it better, I suppose you could say. But he feels like he's a failure. And can't fault Tobias. I mean, Francis asked this one thing, yes, but gotta remember Tobias didn't know this stuff and the depths of his feeling about Oppie. He just asked not to work with him. But there was this thing validating everyone's work this whole time. So, yeah, it's understandable Tobias focusing on that, but Francis is taking it very personally. Oops, don't want to hit that. Oops. Didn't quite make it before the yellow zone, but drive in the park. Drive in the park. But no wonder Francis and Oppie don't get along too well. That is a rather nasty mess. I don't think Oppie was doing it personally to humiliate Francis. Not the way Francis seemed to think of it. But it was a massive thing, and Francis was being punished, so... yeah. Anyway. Here we are. Back at base. Back at base.
Interesting thing about that deep zone area you identified. I ran every coordinate in that area through the auto database, and what turns up? But access logs with entry records for Dr. K up through March 1963.
What? No, the doctor died in 1961.
And in the lab accident.
So we were told. Then, I found access logs for both that deep zone site and Red Meadow. Years and years worth of activity.
Red Meadow Research Facility? But it was demolished the same year. After the structural damage caused by the... lied about that too, didn't they?
It appears so. The driver should give the Red Meadow ruins a visit. If Dr. K didn't die that day, I'd like to know what was keeping him so busy.
So would I, but... do we have time for this? We don't know how long the driver's got with that remnant.
And that's why we need this information. Whatever Dr. K was doing relates to all of this. It may be the key to what lies at the end of the road for the driver.
I... agree with you. God, I hate saying that.
Driver, I've marked the Red Meadow facility on your route planner. Head there whenever you're ready.
Okay. That's another one off the list. Not quite sure what else I had, but... yeah, we ran through our battery jumpers pretty hard there. No new quirks found, which are just a 3. Much better than the 6 we originally had. Well, sorry, 7. Okay, so my target zone is all the way up there. That's going to take some doing to get to. random piece of duct tape. Yeah. That was one hell of a bit of lore to be dumped there. Nasty story. Oh god, all the paint. Oh no. That's going to be fun. I'm not sure I can store it all. But yeah, I do have to call it there. That was high time I did. So, this has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, gives you those virtual hype I also crave. And kind of some people more in the know or more observant about this game and its how it works. Always quite welcome. Yeah. And I'll catch you all another time. I do hope Francis comes around, but this is something that's been eating at him for such a long time. That kind of thing is tricky to deal with, to put it mildly. So, yeah, but he has been friends with Tobias for a long time too. So I hope we'll hear from him again when he gets some confidence back in himself. Because he spent so long feeling like he's a failure. I can kind of relate. But yeah. That's enough of that. I'll see you all later. I have a car to fix. Tyres is apparently... Oh, hello. You're falling off. Right.